What's up, YouTube? Thanks for coming to my channel. My name is One of a Kind Vlog. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you'll never miss a video, and comment down below. Today we're going to talk about Matthew Henson, 1866 to 1955. Birthplace is Charles County, Maryland. He was a great explorer. Explorer, yeah. In March 1907, Matthew Henson and Admiral Robert E. Peary set out to reach the North Pole. They had tried twice before, but due to the frigid weather and rough terrain, stopped them. This time they were determined to reach their goal. On April the 6th, the two explorers were only a few miles away from their greatest triumph. Peary was ill, so his black assistant continued. Matthew Henson placed the American flag at the North Pole. Matthew had always liked adventure. As a teenager, he joined the crew of a ship bound for China as a cabin boy. He also sailed to Europe, Africa, and the South Pacific. Matthew was 21. He was young when he met Admiral Peary. They made many trips together. During the Admiral's expedition to the North Pole, Matthew played an important role. He spoke the language of the Eskimos, built sleds, and trained teams of dogs. He solved many problems and gave valuable advice. Nearly 81 years went by before the accomplishments of this great explorer were fully recognized. On April 6, 1988, Matthew's remains were reburied with the full military honors at Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. His great feat had finally been acknowledged. Now I'm going to go back a little bit because I found it on the tablet. It says, life after the North Pole, triumphant. When they returned, Peary received many accolades for his accomplishments, but an unfortunate sight of the times. As an African American, Henson was largely overlooked. And while Peary was lauded by many for his achievement, he and his team faced wide skepticism, with Peary having to testify before Congress about alleged reaching the North Pole due to a lack of veritable proof. The truth about Peary's and Henson's 1909 expedition still remains cloudy. That's crazy. You just don't want to have no black person reach the North Pole before a white person reaches the North Pole. That doesn't make sense. Henson spent the next 3 decades working as a clerk in the New York Federal Customs House, but he never forgot his life as an explorer. He recorded his Antarctic memories in 1912 in a book, A Negro Explorer at the North Pole. In 1937, a 70-year-old Henson finally received the acknowledgement he deserves. The highly regarded Explorers Club in New York accepted him as an honorary member. In 1944, he and other members of the expedition were awarded a Congressional Medal. He worked with Bradley Robertson to write his biography, Dark Companion, which was published in 1947. Final years and death. Henson died in New York City on March 9, 1955, and was buried in Woodland Cemetery. The body of his wife, Lucy, was buried beside him in 1968. In a move to honor Henson, in 1987, President Ronald Reagan approved the transportation of Henson and Lucy's remains for retirement at Arlington National Cemetery, per the request of Dr. S. Allen, Counter of Howard University. The National Cemetery is also the burial site of Peary and his wife, Josephine. Now, I had to go back and reread that because it gave a little bit more insight about this man. This man reaches the North Pole, the first African American to reach the North Pole, and the people in Congress didn't want to give him no accolades for that. That's sad. Because you hear it today, it was, and I ain't racist, but you hear today, you hear a white man reach the North Pole first, but it wasn't. It was an African American. So I want to give that man his props, man. He kept going and going and going, and didn't never quit, even though he worked at the well, I don't say the government because it's the same thing. He never forgot what he done. I give him his props. I tell you, us African Americans been doing a lot of stuff, man. It's been walked over and looked over and putting wool over our eyes like we didn't never do none of this stuff. It's fascinating to me. But I'm gonna bring a nut in tomorrow. So if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you never miss a video. Comment down below. Remember, you're too blessed to be stressed. Love and happiness at all times. Hug somebody and tell them you love them. Hug them. A second is not promised. Hug your people. And always do a random act of kindness because you never know where your blessings coming from. Join my channel. It's $2.99. Put you on all major platforms. If you need a thumbnail made, I'll do your thumbnail. You need an intro made, I'll do your intro. Whatever you may need, I'm at your footstool. Go cop some merch. I have the description down below to my merch, to my store. Right now it's Valentine. It's 20% off. I'm running these sales. I got fully control on how much I want to put on. I can put 40% off this stuff. It ain't gonna matter. Because I'm not doing it for the money. Whatever money I make is going back into the pool because this game is coming. And I need to make sure I got money in there for prizes or prizes in there for people that win. That's the name of the game. So until next time, my name is One of a Kind Vlogs, and I will see you on the next one.